when I asked him, I said, first of all, I said, do you believe in UFOs? And he looked at me with a straight face in one-on-one. He said, absolutely, positively, they do exist.
Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Oh my God, oh my God.
Today, since they're still trapped out there, they sent us a picture to be like, hey, we're doing all right. Why do you have Christmas hats on? Where did you get them from?
Welcome back to the channel. As you guys are probably aware, there's been a lot of talks about drone sightings and no one really seems to know what's going on, at least for us regular folks. But in today's video, we'll take a look at a few of those clips. I got a few other things in store for you guys as well, but let's get to it.
This is crazy. God, look at it. That's not a plane. That is wild. That's not. Let's look at my camera. I had to go run in and get my camera.
For a second, I thought that was the Batwing from the Batman movies.
Let me tell y'all a true story, Bisa Boom. Watch this video to the end. They in Costa Rica, TikTok. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go. Look, guys, look. No! It's crazy, look. I'm telling you.
What is going on?
Get out. It's not a game. Come on. Game over.
See that?
I'm telling you. Look. It's not a game. I'm telling you. Enough is enough, guys. Nothing else matters.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
No. Being recorded.
I'm playing with me, son. TikTok. This is for entertainment purposes only. And if you ask me, those videos are not even real. Shut up. You see it, guys. Don't you get it? They on their way here. Shut up. Enough is enough, guys. Nothing else matters. That's it. Those were unidentified aircrafts. Those ain't your normal aircrafts that you used to see in our fly in the air. Stop playing with me, son. I'm tired of this, guys, and you better be alert. What you think? It's over with, guys. Don't you see? What they're gonna do is AI. So you can actually think that it's a A, but it's really a FA. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game, guys. Understand what I'm talking about, because I said this shit a million times. But I tell you one thing, if I'm ever outside and I see some shit flying around like that in the air where I'm at, I'm out of here.
This is the kind of thing that you only see in movies. I'm curious if they were heading to a movie production set.
You guys, what is going on with all of these plane incidents? A fire on Air Canada today, 3 other incidents this past week, unprecedented fog, unprecedented sightings in the sky. This is bananas. We have to be mindful. We have to be careful. Whoever the proverbial they is trying to instill chaos, presumably before January 20th, because the bulk and the meat and the weight and the density of all of this has been between the election and the inauguration. It's undeniable.
She went from being a shark on Shark Tank to being one of the biggest voices speaking about the drones. She's searching for answers just like the rest of us.
Listen, stop asking what are the Dior bags. They are the drones. They are the drones. Okay? Planes are Pradas. And Oscars are orbs. Okay? Just go and listen, Bethany Frankel. She's right there. Okay? Go in the search. You can find her. She will explain everything. She has everything that is going on behind the scenes. Okay? Okay. Now you know, so stop asking what are the Dior bags.
It's amazing how drones are being nicknamed Dior bags. I mean, the words Dior bag might be hyping the drones up too much because it sounds like a luxury brand.
Had the opportunity over the years to interview, again, people who have worked at the test site at Groom Lake. One gentleman spent 12 of his 30 years in black programs at Groom Lake. When I asked him, I said, first of all, I said, do you believe in UFOs? And he looked at me with a straight face in one-on-one. He said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. So can you expand upon that? And he said, no, I can't. About a year later, we were talking about, again, activities at Groom Lake. And I asked him, I said, you know, can you really tell me what's happening out there? And he said, well, there's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025. But we have things in the Nevada desert that would make George Lucas envious.
We're in 2025, but we might be waiting for a long time if we got to rely on Area 51 staff members to give us information about UFOs.
So the Dior bags are real. They are our Dior bags, and I have cross-referenced this now with people that have worked in organizations that we have heard of who know about other organizations we have never even heard of and operations to make these Dior bags. And the one thing that the multiple people keep saying is that truth is stranger than fiction, and fiction has become reality, and that there are many things going on at once, at the same time, that it is not a drill, that some of these Dior bags very much appear to be bags that search out things that aren't great, and that there is definitely a scramble. And I have spoken to people and gotten some messages through from all over, and there are Dior bags everywhere. So something crazy. What's crazier is that I can't even talk about the Dior bags. That's what's crazy. That's crazier. All the things that I've been saying are leading up to the craziness of the fact that many of you may not see this. Let's see. It has also become clear from these people to me that people do not want me discussing the Dior bags. And yes, to be careful. And people in certain parts of the country don't understand the size of the Dior bags, how they become other things. Like, people think we're nuts. And also, people are saying it's eerily like the time we just went through where we had to wear masks, where people here were talking about it in depth and other people were laughing, rolling their eyes. I'm in the Twilight Zone. I hope you know that you are too.
Yeah, the drones, or aka the Dior bag sightings, are definitely real, but hopefully the speech towards that doesn't get censored like the... You guys know what I'm talking about.
You have to watch this.
Look, it's changing colors. Look at this. This thing is changing. It's changing colors. It looks look at this, y'all. What is going on? Look at the moon. It's changing colors. It's doing exactly the same thing that, I don't know, is that Venus? And why is it sometimes Venus is with the moon? That thing looks so creepy, y'all. What the heck? It looks so creepy. It looks like a cyclops. What the heck? Oh my goodness, y'all. But look at all that. Look at all the colors. Look at all the colors. What's going on? Do you see what's happening with the moon? Y'all see that? What is on the moon? Do you guys see that? Y'all can clearly see there's something over the moon. And there's like the pressure is like intense. It's like something's growing on the moon, y'all. Y'all see that? Look, now it's going away. Look, like it's morphing. Y'all see that? Look at that. It's like changing. Look, it's changing. What is going on? Oh my goodness. That thing is changing. Wow. Y'all see that? That's crazy. Look at this. Y'all see that? Whoa. This is crazy.
I'm having a hard time thinking that's the moon, but if it is, it's acting real strange. I don't think being a transformer was one of the moon's characteristics.
I hope you can hear this. It sounds like gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. And I still cannot figure out what it is. Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw. Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them. Look. What in God's name is going on? Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear. And he is pissed. Yeah, that's a healthy tree. About 8 to 10, maybe even 12 inches in diameter that he just broke because he's pissed because I'm getting close to him. I think I'm going to bounce because I think he just hit the ground, which means he's about to face me on foot. And I don't really want to wrestle with somebody that can tear trees down. Just because they're mad. My God, look at the tree he just freaking broke in half.
The crazy thing is that you could see branches breaking. I mean, the trees were clearing out, but you couldn't see what was causing that. I mean, that's all I had to see. If I was that guy, I'm putting the house on the market the following day, as is, dirty or not.
Let me get this to Sean Ryan, see if I can get with him. And I had a buddy who knew your producer, and we went from there. But
Wow. Do you want to read the email?
Yep. So this email came in on December 31st at 10:42 a.m. That is Tuesday. He said, in case I do not make it to my decision point or on to the Mexico border, I am sending this now. Please do not release this until 1 January and keep my identity private until then. First off, I am not under duress or hostile influence or control. My first car was a 2006 black Ford Mustang V6 for verification. What we have been seeing with drones, he puts that in quotes, he says drones, is the operational use of gravitic propulsion systems powered aircraft by most recently China and the East Coast, but throughout history, the US. Only we in China have this capability. Our OPSEN, that's Operation Center, our OPSEN location for this activity is in the box below. China has been launching them from the Atlantic from submarines for years, but this activity recently has picked up. As of now, it is just a show of force, and they are using it similar to how they used a balloon for SIGINT and ISR, which are also part of the integrated comms system. There are dozens of those balloons in the air at any given time. The so what is because of the speed and stealth of these unmanned aircraft. They are the most dangerous threat to national security that has ever existed. They basically have an unlimited payload capacity and can park it over the White House if they wanted. It's checkmate. U.S. government needs to give the history of this, how we are employing it and weaponizing it, how China is employing them and what the way forward is. China is poised to attack anywhere in the East Coast. I've been followed for over a week now from likely Homeland or FBI, and they are looking to move on me and are unlikely going to let me cross into Mexico, but won't because they know I am armed and I have a massive VBID. Let me pause right there for a second. So he says a massive VBID. When I was talking to the FBI yesterday, they didn't know what a VBID was. I had to explain what that acronym meant, literally.
You fucking serious?
Dead serious. I said it twice and he goes, you said that word VBID. Can you tell me what that is? For your audience, a VBID, for your audience who has not been in the GWOT for the last 20 years, a VBID is a vehicle-borne improvised explosive device. In layman's terms, a car bomb, what we saw at Trump Tower. So, backing up, he says, I am armed and have a massive VBID. I've been trying to maintain a very visible profile and have kept my phone, and they are definitely digitally tracking me. Here's where he gets into the other stuff, and this is where we had to redact the names. Well, your producer redacted the names. I have knowledge of this program and also war crimes that were covered up during airstrikes in Nimruz province, Afghanistan in 2019 by the admin, DOD, DEA, and CIA. I conducted targeting for these strikes of over 125 buildings. 65 were struck because of civcas, that's civilian casualties, that killed hundreds of civilians in a single day. U.S. FORA continued strikes after spotting civilians on initial ISR. It was supposed to take 6 minutes and scramble all aircraft in CENTCOM. The UN basically called these war crimes, but the administration made them disappear. I was part of that cover-up with U.S. FORA, an agent, redacted, of the DEA. So I don't know if my abduction attempt is related to either. I worked with, redacted, IO staff on this as well as the response to Bala Murghab. Redacted commander at the time, redacted, can validate this. You need to elevate this to the media so we avoid a world war because this is a mutually assured destruction situation. Then he says, for vetting, my LinkedIn is Matt Berg or Matthew Livelsberger, an active duty 18 Zulu out of 110, that's 1st Battalion 10th Special Forces Group. My profile is public. I have an active TSSCI with UAP, USAP access.
2025 is starting up pretty spicy.
3 plane crashes on December 29th. 3 in one day. And let's not forget that there was one on Christmas Day, which people believe was taken down intentionally by Russia. And there was one on the 18th and the 22nd of December. But on December 29th, 3 planes went down. In South Korea, Jeju Air Flight 2216, a Boeing, crashed in the Muon International Airport and burst into flames. 179 people out of 181 on board. And then there was Air Canada Express Flight 2259. It made a crash landing in Halifax Stanfield International Airport, and it skidded along the runway, and part of the plane caught fire, just like in the other one, skidded on the runway and caught fire. 73 passengers and crew on board. They all survived with minor injuries. And KLM Flight 1204, a Boeing, the same exact model as the one in South Korea, made an emergency landing in Oslo after experiencing a hydraulic failure. The plane skidded on the runway. All 182 occupants were evacuated safely. I just want to know, what in the Twilight Zone lost is this?
It's kind of wild that there were a few planes that crashed and some mechanical failures all within a short period of time. And for Boeing them to be in the news again related to plane failures or plane accidents is not a good look.
There's a widespread rumor in ufology circles that I've always been curious about. It's believed that President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed a peace treaty with an alien race in 1954 that might have allowed for human abductions. I mean, if this is true, it would be an explosive revelation. So I'm going to continue my investigation by speaking with Laura Eisenhower, President Eisenhower's great-granddaughter.
Hi there.
Hey Laura, how's it going?
Pretty good, how are you?
Good, good. Hey, thank you for meeting with me. I've heard a lot about some rumors that I'm hoping you can either confirm or deny for me. I'm just going to come right out and ask you, do you believe that your great-grandfather, Dwight D. Eisenhower, signed a treaty with extraterrestrials?
It's a true story. What I've learned about Eisenhower's relationship to extraterrestrial beings and ET government treaties is that supposedly in 1954 there was a meeting at Edwards Air Force Base.
Right.
They seemed to have diplomatic intention. The treaties had to do with bartering exchanges of planetary goods, natural resources, elements, and compounds. And it was in exchange for things like abduction.
Why would they want to abduct humans? What are they doing with that?
But they need our DNA. We have a treasure of DNA that is basically a living library.
Laura Eisenhower explains that aliens wish to analyze our DNA in their quest to unlock the secrets of the universe, which they believe is hidden in the DNA of all living creatures.
It's interesting you say that because the abductees that I've talked to, that seems to be a very common theme. If you were in your grandfather's place, I mean, do you have a better understanding? Do you blame him for what he did?
I am not here to protect anybody. I know that he just had no idea what he was dealing with at the time.
Right.
How could anybody truly process the larger picture of all this?
What do you think the government loses by telling the American public and giving full disclosure about these treaties and the abductions? Why are they trying to sweep it under the rug and hide it?
You're going to have your well-intentioned people that are trying to do their best for humanity, that are aware of what's going on to a certain degree, and they are being heavily stopped from being able to put out disclosure. Plus, what they have to lose is their life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Laura just gave me so much information. A lot of this is difficult to swallow, but if this information is true, the aliens have made treaties with the U.S. government, it's no doubt that the government does not want the people to know about it.
I've always been wary and skeptical of alien abductions and question its authenticity, but hearing that Eisenhower signed a treaty with extraterrestrials allowing them to conduct the abduction is mind-blowing. It looked pretty slick, but I don't think it would survive one day on some bumpy roads in Florida.
Okay, so let me get this straight. 2 astronauts, right? Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore went out for a space mission, an 8-day space mission, back in June. They get trapped out in space on accident. Wasn't planned. But they just posted a picture today wearing Christmas hats. Lock in, okay? Let me explain this to you. They went out for an 8-day mission back in June. 8 days back in June. Today, since they're still trapped out there, they sent us a picture to be like, hey, we're doing all right. Why do you have Christmas hats on? Where did you get them from? Where did you get the Christmas hats from? Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theory. I'd rather just have the answer. But 2 things don't add up to me. If the mission was only 8 days back in June, there's no reason for them to have Christmas hats in December. How would they have Christmas hats? The mission was supposed to be 8 days in June. You were supposed to be back before Christmas. There's no reason for you to have Christmas hats. Now also, if you're telling me they're sending them supplies, why would you send them Christmas hats? They're trapped out in space. They want to come home. And you're sending Christmas hats? Something ain't adding up. I don't know exactly what it is, but something not adding up.
I don't think that dude knows there's Walmart and Target in space, but on a serious note, he got a good question. How did you guys get those hats? I mean, you guys probably had Christmas pajamas as well.
Feel it coming in the
France gifted America the Statue of Liberty back in the 1800s. So if this parade was really in Italy, I'm not sure what message they're trying to convey because it makes America look like a prisoner.
Did anyone else find the invitations to the all-white party extremely weird? This is the highest profile party in the world called the All-White Party. It's hosted by billionaire Michael Rubin and it happens every year on the 4th of July. But there was something about the invitations that just didn't sit right with me. This one is Tom Brady's, this one right here is Drake's, and this is Quavo's. You can see all of the celebrities' invitations if you just look them up. But if you pause and look at the artwork, there's some weird stuff going on. These invitations were done by George Condo. This is a very popular artist and some of his artwork goes for millions of dollars, and he gave each celebrity their own unique invitation. And I looked up some of his artwork and he has a lot of interesting stuff, including when he collabed with Kanye West for one of his album covers, he drew him up a bunch of artwork. Yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself. A lot of people question what actually goes down during this party, especially after they saw what Michael Rubin made Meek Mill do, jumping around like a bunny because he supposedly lost a bet. And then in the private jet, when Lil Baby and Meek Mill were saying that they were gonna get drunken hugs if they don't behave at the party.
Tonight, I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You two, drunken hugs are coming tonight.
It looks like half of Hollywood and a fraction of the NBA was at that party.
Heads up everyone, you need to see this. Your favorite stores and supermarkets alike may not be around any much longer. At the end of this year and into the next, big closures are happening. Stick around to see if your favorite store or supermarket made the list. Let's check this out. Starting in February, Party City will be closing down all 850 locations. Big Lots is closing down all 900 of its locations, y'all. Advanced Auto Parts, over 700 locations by 2025. Macy's, 65 locations right after Christmas. Denny's will be closing 50 locations by the end of this year. Sears just closed its final stores. Wow. Walgreens, hundreds of stores closing in the next few months. Sam Goody, say goodbye to Sam Goody, 2 locations, never more. Foot Locker closing down hundreds of stores by 2025. Family Dollars, over 350 locations by 2025. GameStop is announcing mass closures. This has been happening for quite some time. CVS Pharmacy, more stores are closing down. Rite Aid, over 800 stores in 2024. And JCPenney. Notice JCPenney was closing down a long time ago, y'all. But did your favorite store made it on this list? I told y'all big shifts are happening. Y'all better share this video and get it out there because I'm sure these places are having one hell of a sale right now.
Hey guys, so I did some research and Party City is truly closing down all stores nationwide. You and I better start getting creative for party decorations. This looked like the result of 100 lightning bolts fused together. I'm a little bit stumped on this one though, but if you know what the headpiece or the statue represent, drop in the comments.
Well, sir, you've certainly vanquished all your enemies, the elementary school, the local tavern, the old age home. You must be very proud.
No, not while my greatest nemesis still provides our customers with free light, heat, and energy. I call this enemy the sun. Since the beginning of time, man has yearned to destroy the sun. I will do the next best thing. Block it out.
Good God.
Imagine it, Smithers. Electrical lights and heaters running all day long.
But, sir, every plant and tree will die. Owls will deafen us with incessant hooting. The town sundial will be useless. I don't want any part of this project. It's unconscionably fiendish.
I will not suffer your insubordination. There has been a shocking decline in the quality and quantity of your toadying, Whalen, and you will fall into line. Now!
No. No, Monty, I won't. Not until you step back from the brink of insanity.
I'll do no such thing. You're fired. Take that Boulderama, take that Convenient Smart, take that nuclear power plant.
I bring to you Operation Locking Out the Sun.
I can't think of a logical reason why humans would want to block the sun. I mean, too much of anything is no bueno, but did we forget the sun is the primary source of vitamin D? Alright guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for stopping through. On your way out, don't forget to sub up, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.